No? Who's that? Okay, so this Zach guy was connected to Dorota. Took pictures of her. Were they sleeping together? Why did you tell me that? Every time I think of her now, I'm gonna see her with someone else. Her what? Boudoir photos? She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them? I get it now. That's why you're asking about Zach Weston. Maybe I should pay him a visit.
Do we really have to? How vulgar. Yes, I suppose that is what he'd say. But I've never let him lay a finger on me. He says we're in a relationship, but he doesn't act like it. He thinks he's irresistible to women. No.
Sam, look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Gotta pay for a jaunt somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
I met him yesterday, doing the rounds, looking for reading work. Actually, oh no. He did mention Dorota. He said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that means? It was Dorota Shaw. Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham. We didn't know what for. We never really know what for. But we turned up. It started with a girl. Ginny. She was South African. I only mention it because that was its thing. Yeah. We didn't know at the time, but in hindsight, it was after South African girls. 3 to be exact. The Traveller wanted 3. You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute. I guess you might call them demons, in as much as they can get inside us. They come from other worlds. Kind of, yeah. Quantum physics is real, didn't you know? There are many universes. In technical terms, a traveller is a trans-dimensional being far more superior to us, in as much as they can choose which reality to hang out in. We just get this one. Yes, disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. They choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. So they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect. They can't just jump into someone. It takes a few hours for that. They make the decision before they travel, which is why we can catch them. Yes, probably. The tarot doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders.
We've got to stop meeting like this. Seriously though, Sam, I'm working. Can't it wait? Just give me to 8, okay?
Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Chief? Again?
Did Dorota have a...
She didn't really use any social networks. Didn't have the time. Mainly just cello.
Go to any clubs or groups? Do you have access to her email? Go to any clubs or... Do you have...
She helped out at a Rainbows group. I think it's like Cub Scouts for little kids. Did that with her mum. But, I don't know. Unless she was strangled by a 9-year-old.
Hello. I know you. You're the police chief.
What? I understand that you knew Dorota Shaw.
We met briefly, yes. I freelanced for the August Chronicle, and they did a story about her.
Was that the first time you met her? These...
That's right. We exchanged a few pleasantries. I happened to mention my portrait services, so she booked a session with me.
When was this?
A few weeks ago.
What type of photos do you...
For the paper. Record shots that any idiot with a phone can take. My studio is where the magic happens. Mainly portraiture, but I dabble in other areas.
Boudoir photography?
No. I do have a boudoir set though. Lots of clients like it. It's all very tasteful and above board.
I'll be looking into it.
You can sleep in it if you want. It's a proper bed. Not sure you'll find anything you're looking for though.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Well, hello, gorgeous.
I came.
Everyone in town's heard. She's a local celebrity now.
Local celebrity?
Violet? Of course not. I only have eyes for you.
That's not what I heard.
This again. I told you, I'm not seeing anyone else. I have gorgeous women in my studio all the time, but you're special. Not because you won't take off your clothes, I'm expecting that at some point. It's just, you're so clever and well educated. And the icing on the cake, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever met.
I came over last night, but you weren't here.
Well, that explains why there was no answer when I called you. I was definitely here.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain. Okay. You have a lovely guest house.
'Tis quaint, isn't it? It's all my parents had when they died. We're literally sitting in my inheritance.
How did...
Father died first. Heart attack. They found him in the freezer when Mother died. She had a pulmonary embolism. I didn't really talk to them much.
Freezer?
Yes, she kept him in the chest freezer because she didn't want to be alone. Stored him perfectly. Still use it today.
Rain! I'm surprised to see you here. I take it you know about Dorota already. All that stuff we talked about yesterday, that's strictly between you and me.
What stuff?
That's the spirit. Now, I think it's best if we don't get caught speaking to each other. Overcautious, I'm sure, but I think it's for the best nonetheless. Maybe we can get together for a lad's night out after this is all blown over. Yeah?
No, thanks. Oh.
Great. Well, I'll see you soon. I'm Zach Weston, just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Zach! What are you doing here? Quick, don't let anyone see you.
Why don't you want anyone?
What? You're the one who said we shouldn't be seen together. What are you doing here?
I wanted to make sure we.
What did you do? What did you say to Sam?
Everyone's talking about Dorota. Everyone's talking about Dorota.
I know. But I suppose people like that attract trouble.
People like what? Is that why you killed her? People like what?
Homewreckers. Anyway, I hope you didn't just come here to talk about Dorota.
Are you happy Dorota's dead?
I didn't say that. But we both know what Dorota was like. She practically threw herself at you.
She didn't throw herself at me.
Don't play games with me, Zach. You know how insecure I get.
Zach, let me stop you there. You are one creepy fellow. Now, I don't know what you had going on with Dorota, but I don't want anything to do with it. Do not come back here. Please.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Sensing the thing with Bronwyn went badly.
Why did you put me up to it?
I need all hands on deck. You're a hand. At least I thought you were.
Nothing happened.
Never mind. At least you tried.
Is there anything else I can do?
No, you've done enough. I'll keep up my end of the bargain, make those speeding tickets go away, though technically, You'd have more points than a hedgehog if I kept them. And if I do catch you speeding in August again, Oscar, instant ban. Capiche?
Capiche? Yes. Capiche?
It's language. That makes me look cool. You can go now.
And nightmares.
With Poe and Monroe. So, Robin's had this dream recently. I'm looking through an album of family photos, but I don't recognize anyone in the photos. I'm trying to remember their names, but I...
Well, Monroe, I think with the photos and the family, so I think there is a perhaps Robin has a It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder.
I've got news. We've done a reading.
So 5 of Swords. That's the same card as yesterday.
Let's hope it's not the Knight of Wands. This doesn't look good.
It's fine. This happens all the time. There are 78 cards in a deck. The same ones come up a lot.
I get it, but we drew the exact same cards yesterday. What are the odds of pulling all 3 again?
1 in 474,552. I know, I get asked a lot.
Bet it's a 10 of Swords.
This is happening again. There's got to be another murder. Then Lexi did her thing, and now we have a name. Alice Monroe.
I've arrested Lexi. Don't look at me like that, it's not your decision. I considered locking both of them up, her and Bronwyn, but I've settled for Lexi. Those tarot readers have been in and out of my office all day, asking stupid questions and then denying they've even been here. Locking Lexi up is going to rile Bronwyn. She'll make a mistake, and I want you to be there when it happens. So what are you doing in my office again? Lexi stays here till we have what we need.
Was never going to see any other kind of action, so I throw it over Vanessa's body and open the door. It's almost too late before I realize I'm still holding the gun. But I quickly stuff it down the back of my pants. Oh, it's hot. Officer Peters looks me up and down. She's hot too, but not as hot as the gun in the back of my pants. We've had a report of gunshots coming from this building. Didn't hear a thing, I tell her, smiling sheepishly. Mind if I take a...
Monroe. Everyone knows her. She's a local radio star here. I always get the shot, Sam. One way or another.
She's definitely sitting on Vanessa's bleeding body. She's armed, so I'll need to be quicker, or maybe...
You must be Sam. I just got off the phone with Chief DuPont. I can't believe it. First Dorota, now me. Yes. We were friends. I hadn't known her for long. Only a few weeks. We met at the gala. I was hosting and she was playing the cello, you know? I guess we talked for a little while and then she asked me for a drink after the show. After we'd had a few drinks, she invited me back to her house. I thought we were just gonna chat, watch a movie, that sort of thing. Then she kissed me. I was so shocked. She was so attractive. So I kissed her back. This is just between us, right? We fooled around. I don't have many friends, Sam. Everyone thinks because I'm on the radio, I have tons of friends, so nobody ever approaches me. I get lonely. But Dorota was my friend, and I liked making her happy. I'm not going into detail, Sam. We pledged each other multiple times. Oscar, yeah. She was a bit confused. When we started seeing each other, she didn't like him touching her anymore. I didn't mind, but she did. So I told her if he wanted to get sexual, then maybe she should try something else. I said some guys like to watch, so tell him it would be sexy if he could look but he couldn't touch. As far as I know, it worked. The killer was in her wardrobe? What? Well, then it had to be Oscar. He's the only one it could be. That doesn't make any sense. Then she was seeing someone else? No. Someone she knew. Knew she'd be alone? A stalker?
I don't think so. We were very discreet. It was more fun that way. We're co-hosts on the radio. Oh, sorry. You know that already. We've been partners for 2 years now. He's a good friend. Can't we be both, Sam? Poe's his radio name. He's actually John Poe. He's on air now, but you can come back at 8:30 if you want to see him. On air? We both were. We broadcast live hourly news reports. It's how we keep our funding. Not very well. He's done a few shoots of me and Poe to promote the show. He's fine. He keeps asking me to pose for him, you know, without any clothes on. I always say no. No. Sorry. I did have a strange dream last night, though. My life was playing on a TV screen, and every time I did something, another version of me started playing over the first. In the end, there were so many versions it became a fog. It filled my lungs. I couldn't breathe. And then I woke up. What do you think that means, Sam? I don't know what. I mean, I'm anxious now. Maybe it was predicting Dorota's death. Or mine. That sounds reassuring. I hope it's not just words, Sam. You've kind of just asked about Dorota since you got here. Sam, you forgot your phone.
I actually think this is an erotic scene. And then the second point you made was that it might be...
Sam, do me a favour, go easy on Violet. If we need to get anything out of her, let me deal with it. She'll open up to me. Why? I'm assuming that's just a gut feeling. If you actually knew who the murderer was, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Look, I see you're starting to care for these people already, but Violet's been watching them like a hawk. If you can convince her, you convince me.
That's kind of quite a literal broken heart that we see there.
I can